Was there nobody at DC who could just tell James Gunn, hey, your plan is fucking stupid? What's going on, everybody? TC here, and I'm tired of trying to discuss this on Instagram or Twitter or wherever else because I feel like people don't get what I'm trying to say, right? So I'm going to read my tweet here and try to explain it in a video. It says, follow me on Twitter, by the way, at TCDoesComics. James Gunn's plan for the DCU is just a reminder not to surround yourself with yes men. Was there anyone not there to tell him he shouldn't start his universe with obscure characters? Then the brain dead comments come in because they immediately cannot just fathom, to look at the larger picture. No, they're like, oh, you started with Superman. Are you calling Superman an obscure character? Yeah, internet. I think Superman is an obscure character. I'm going to show you this graphic right here. Okay. And this was laughable here because Marvel's plan blows DC's plan out of the fucking water. And you have so many copers online talking about, no, DC's looks promising. I can't wait for that Jimmy Olsen TV show. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Okay, anyway. So Marvel, right? Marvel's going to come out with, boom, Spider-Man Brand New Day. They just did. Record-breaking opening weekend. Fastest growing movie to whatever. It broke a bunch of records. Made a shitload of money. For Sony, basically. Marvel gets a cut, but Sony gets, more of the credit. Then you have Avengers Doomsday, which surely is going to make a lot of money because Marvel is going to throw a cameo fest in there. Black Panther 3 will do well because people are interested to see what's going on with the new Black Panther. Secret Wars, oh my goodness, that of course is going to make a ton of money because it's Secret Wars. You get villains and heroes teaming up from all, eras of comic book movies starting from the early 2000s all the way up until now. It's going to make $1 bazillion, right? And then Ghost Rider, which has some hype because Ryan Gosling's awesome, okay? Daredevil, people love Daredevil, right? So and then I'll skip the other ones because I think they canceled Wonder Man. Vision Quest, I didn't even know that was a thing, and they're still doing it. Nova could be cool, but I don't trust them, what they did with the Nova Corps so far in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies with, what's that dude who played in Old School? They made that dude a Guardian. They made that dude part of the Nova Corps. Anyway, so Marvel's slate is Marvel's slate. It's hype, right? Then we move over to DC, okay? Yes, James Gunn started his universe with Superman. A Superman which, when I saw it, I knew this is not good. But there were so many people out there who just, this is why I hate X. I hate social media because it's like you have all these people who are just ready to lick the company's boot and just ready to shill. And they team with the multi-billion-dollar company over someone else just having a difference of opinion and saying that movie was not that good. And they just glaze it 24/7 on social. Oh my God, this was peak. Oh my God, so peak. They're doing it with Robert Pattinson right now in the whole, like him mimicking Chris Hansen's voice. Like they're just acting like it's the best thing since sliced bread. It's just they overhype everything. They glaze everything to the amount where it just gets nauseating. Anyway, so Superman, and I even made videos about this. I think I privated them because I was like, I don't really care that much about Superman. Do I even want these up? Anyway, so I was one of those who was like, this is not a good Superman. He's whiny, he's emotional, and I know there's going to be clapback in the comments. Oh, well, this is his first time, blah, 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 blah. He felt like a real human. Also, I don't know why my camera stutters like that, so I'm gonna get it fixed, but you're gonna have to deal with it right now. I honestly thought maybe it's like a weak connection or something, but anyway, I noticed it. So if you guys notice it, you're not going crazy. So let's go over to DC Slate. Okay, we have Clayface. Clayface. I actually think that this could be a really good movie, right? I don't understand. I don't get the logic behind going with Clayface first or next after Supergirl, which just bombed at the box office. But I loved Clayface in Batman the Animated Series. I think the concept of Clayface is really cool. And I think horror movies are really in right now. It's so in right now, right? You got Obsessions, you got Backrooms, you got all these low budget horror movies, just tripling, 10xing, the profit margins on, in terms of the budget versus reward. So, you might have those horror enthusiasts who might not even know Clayface is a DC property and who might go to the theater like, it's Halloween time. I want to watch a horror movie. And they might go check out Clayface, which might inflate the numbers a little bit. But if James Gunn and the DCU think that Clayface is the next Joker, I have a bridge to sell you, because Joker is Joker. Joker's name holds a lot of weight, okay? And you saw what happened with Joker 2. They fucked that up majorly. Anyway, Clayface will not be Joker, right? It might be a really good movie, and I think I will go see Clayface because, like I said, I like these like indie-looking art house A24 style movies, and I love Clayface, so I'm gonna go watch it for the cinema. I'm gonna go watch it for the art, but I don't think it's gonna do crazy numbers, but we'll see. Anyway, then we have Lanterns, okay? A show which I don't even think should have been a TV series. I think should have been a 3-movie trilogy, right? I think if you're going to do a space epic, you need the budget for that. You need the movie budget for it, right? Green Lanterns, we like to see them in space. We want the 3rd movie in the trilogy to end up in a Lantern Corps war. We want to see green battle red, battle yellow, battle blue. We like to see that. We want to see that one day before we die. And I don't know. I'm getting pretty up there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to survive to ever see a Green Lantern Corps Blackest Night movie in my lifetime. Maybe in my future kids' lifetime, but probably not in my lifetime at the rate that we're going here. But anyway, so no, we have a grounded lantern show on the ground with crappy costumes, a Sinestro, which looks okay, right? But it's TV budget, guys. This is TV budget everything, right? They were even scared to put a lot of green in the promos because it's a grounded lantern. It's a realistic, gritty, lantern that can be believable in real life. They're trying to Nolanize the lanterns. The fucking lanterns. You do that for Daredevil. You do that for Punisher. You do that for, I don't know, insert street level Luke Cage. You don't do that for the fucking Green Lanterns. Anyway, see, I'm just ranting and raving. Okay, so Swamp Thing. Did they cancel Swamp Thing? I don't even know. And I think this is even the wrong graphic. What happened to the Authority? What happened to Creature Commandos? What happened to Peacemaker? Oh, these are just movies. Okay. Bane and Deathstroke? I don't even know what that is. Is that like a villain team-up movie? Booster Gold got canceled. Waller. Who the wants to watch a Waller show? How much demand... How much do you want to bet that James Gunn is only making a Waller show so that his wife can co-star in it? His wife can be part of the cast and show up in a Waller show, okay? And he loves Viola Davis, right? These actors and producers work with each other multiple times, and it's like nepotism, right? Hey, you're Amanda Waller. Let's give you a Waller show. Yeah, not even giving a fuck about the fans and what they want and demand and nothing like that. Nope. Supply, supply, supply. No demand. Jimmy Olsen. The Rico Suave Jimmy Olsen, who we saw in Superman. Was it? Is it Man of Tomorrow? What was the name of that Superman movie? It wasn't Superman Legacy. Anyway, yeah, the ladies' man, Jimmy Olsen, who they tried to portray as like some type of Chad. Who is asking for a Jimmy Olsen TV show? Why does it say Wonder Woman here? That's not a movie that he was gonna do. Wasn't he gonna do like Themyscira or like the Amazonians or something like that? The only one that people will have interest in, or will have the most interest in, is Batman the Brave and the Bold, if that ever gets made. But, oof. Guys, the reason I titled this video that the DCU is in major trouble, or whatever, I don't know what I'm going to title it yet, is because this plan is fucking stupid. And nobody was there to tell James Gunn, hey, dude, you should probably start with Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman first. You know? To kind of establish your DCU aside from Zack Snyder's DCEU, you know? You should probably put most of your efforts into the top 3 DC characters of all time, and then maybe, you know, kind of branch off to a Flash, Green Lantern here and there. Creature Commandos, The Authority, Supergirl, Clayface. I love Clayface to death, but Clayface. Lanterns. Grounded Lanterns. Jimmy Olsen. Amanda Waller. The fuck are we doing here, guys? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. But I have this theory. Hollywood does not care about money. Hollywood does not care about money. I think that they're just rich beyond belief. They care about public perception. Even if their movies tank and lose money, they don't care. As long as their nepotism won out in the end and they got to do their passion projects. They got to do what they wanted to do. Anyways, guys, you see the contrast here, okay? DC's plan is fucking stupid. I have no faith in DC's plan, and if the next couple movies crash and burn, don't be surprised if the heat, you know, starts to get a little hotter for Mr. James Gunn. And you know, how long is that leash for him, right? How long are they going to give him to kind of steer this ship? You know, if flop after flop after flop happens, and going against what Marvel's going to put out, it's going to get obliterated. Anyway, I had to make this video to kind of express what I was saying, because it's hard to talk about online because people just... Trying to debate online is a useless endeavor and just a waste of your fucking time. Okay? Don't even try it. Don't even do it. Anyway, I made this video spur of the moment. If you guys enjoyed it, you want to see more, I might do this more regularly. Subscribe. Hit that like button. Follow me on Twitter, because I have no motion on Twitter. I want motion on Twitter, so go follow me at TC Does Comics if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.